What's up guys, Trainer Jack here, and this is a brand new series in which I hope to become my town's flying type gym leader. And I thought, what better way of doing that and proving ourselves than right here on Pokemon Champions. Not just where the best trainers from my town are, but the best trainers from around the world are. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, before we get into the battles and I show you the team that we're going to be rocking with, I'm going to show you the achievements that we're going to be hunting. But if we go down here, we go to the flying types. As you can see, win 10 battles using flying type Pokemon, you get the Bird Keeper title. Not bad, it's a starting point, but it's not really what we're after. This is the next one that we're after. Win 50 battles using flying type Pokemon, you unlock the flying type gym leader title and the badge. That's what we're aiming for. 50 battles, it's not going to be easy. And if we do manage to achieve that, we can then work our way onto this next one. Winning 100 battles using flying type Pokemon, you unlock the flying type Elite 4 member title and the gold badge. But this one is what we're prioritizing, obviously. Work our way up. But yeah, and how these episodes are going to work is it's going to be 5 battles per episode on the casual ladder on doubles. We might go into competitive a little bit, we'll see how things are doing. If we're doing extremely good, which I don't expect, then we might go into competitive. But yeah, we're going to be sticking around casuals, just be having fun with it, trying to become my town's flying type gym leader. With that being said, let's show you the team that we're going to be rocking with. Okay guys, this is the team that we're going to be starting off with. As you can tell, they are all shiny. They've come from the Legends game, so Legends Arceus, Legends ZA, and yeah, let's give a quick rundown. So we got Halucha with the Unburden ability with the White Herb, hoping to hit some hard hitting close combats and acrobatics. He's kind of like the team captain, mainly here for vibes. I don't expect too much from him, but we'll see how things go. Then we got Talonflame with, of course, Gale Wings. He's currently holding no item to get some hard hitting acrobatics straight off the bat. Of course, Tailwind can't not have Tailwind. Then the powerhouse of the team is Charizard Y specifically, of course. He's a big threat in the meta overall. One of the most dominant Pokemon right now. And understandably, when the sun is up, that heat wave be hitting extremely hard. Then we got Gyarados with Intimidate. He's a bit of a utility Pokemon to hopefully go into the likes of Tyranitar, the Excadrills, the Garchomps of the world, who are big threats. Rock is a big threat to this team, along with the likes of a Rotom Wash is not ideal to deal with. We've got Gyarados with the Power Whip or Charizard with the Solar Beam, but yeah, that could be a difficult matchup. Then, as you can see, everyone has Protect except for this little guy, Gliscor, who is holding the Choice Scarf item with the Hypercutter ability, meaning he can't really be intimidated. Hoping to hit some big earthquakes, rock slides, potentially land an Ice Fang on a Garchomp, that'd be nice. And then we've got Dragonite holding the Mega Stone. Again, he's kind of like our utility bulky Pokemon. And yeah, that's the team that we're going to be rocking with. It can change from week to week, but right now this is what we're going to do. You guys can leave your suggestions down if you want, if you like. And yeah, we'll see how things go. Let's get straight into the first battle. Okay guys, let's get into the matchmaking. See who we come up against in our first battle on casuals, double battles. Let me know down below how you guys think this series is going to go. Okay. I'd like to say it's an easy team to start off with, but see how things go. Gyarados is pretty good here. Don't really need speed control here. He hasn't really got Trick Room unless Drampa can do that, but I'm pretty sure he can't. Okay, obviously I cannot pronounce that name. I'm from England, so we don't know who we're against really. Let's just call him Cindy. Okay, so double dragon. This is actually pretty good for us. Okay, Drampa's got the white herb. Kinda weird, maybe for the Draco meters, I don't really know. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm just gonna double target the Dragonite. He's probably got multi-scale potentially. Maybe he Mega Evolves. He doesn't Mega Evolve. That's great damage. And we're actually faster than Dragonite. That's nice. That's an easy pull off the bat. Let's see what Drampa wants to do. Thunderbolt. Gyarados probably dies here. Yeah. Yeah, one thing I am thinking about is having the electric resistance berry on Gyarados. We've currently got citrus berry. I think the electric one might do us a little bit more, and it works better against the likes of Rotom Wash. I like Protect here, and then yeah, we kind of do need to get a Lucha in. I don't mind getting a Lucha in. Obviously trying to reset Gliscor's moves with the Choice Scarf. We got the big kill. That's gonna... He does survive, just about. Thunderbolt into Charizard. Okay, this seems to be a relatively easy matchup so far. Yeah, I like the close combat into Tyranitar. Just makes sense. Might Protect. Gonna get rid of the sand, which is nice. We're gonna get good chip damage on the Tyranitar with a Heat Wave. Survives the close combat. Yeah, that's probably a one shot, 100%. And that's massive from Hawlucha. Get rid of the Tyranitar, which is obviously a big threat to Charizard. We've got the White Herb on Hawlucha, meaning Acrobatics now is extremely hard hitting. And that's a good Heat Wave, 42% left with. Yeah, he's got the Berserks. Charizard might go down here, but go for Hawlucha. Hawlucha definitely goes down to that. But Hawlucha did his job, and now it's 2v2, but we're in a good position. We've got the sun up. This trainer obviously isn't the strongest, no offense to them. Aggron is still a little bit annoying, but not too worried, especially with Gliscor. I mean, realistically, he probably has to Mega Evolve Aggron here if he has it. He doesn't even Mega Evolve. Wow. That's great damage from Gliscor. And Charizard just finishes them off. So yeah, first battle down, a great win. Do expect harder competition down the line, but that's our first win, first match, first win. Can't be mad at that. Okay guys, very good. Great performance from the team. Like I said, not the strongest trainer. We are going to definitely face more challenging trainers. And yeah, let's get straight into the next battle. Okay guys, let's start looking for our second match. I definitely expect harder matches, harder battles to come. Okay, let's see what they're rocking. Okay, pretty similar team. In fact, I've just started to realise that I think these are like starter teams. And honestly, I like this lead. Yeah, I still really like this lead. Do we need... yeah, which is still very good for the Tyranitar and even the Aggron and the Machamp, even the Drampa, and Charizard in the back just because he's simply a powerhouse. So yeah, it seems like the past match and this match were against newbies. I mean, yeah, look what he's wearing. Come on, go to the shop, lad. Okay, second match. Mayman, is that? Yeah, Arcanine Machamp. I mean, the Intimidate is nice. Obviously, our attack cannot be lowered by the Arcanine, which is great. Honestly, I think I just start spamming Earthquakes. Okay, good switch with the Arcanine, I like that. Tyranitar is in, Tyranitar will die. So I like that, I prefer that. Arcanine is really not much of a problem for my team. I mean, that's great damage still. And yeah, Tyranitar is down, which is huge. Arcanine can come back in, yeah, Gyarados can get the Ice Punch. We survived that, which is great, that is huge. Or the freeze, that is brutal. Now we might be in a bit of a sticky situation potentially. Probably Arcanine might come in now, since he's pretty safe from the freeze. Yeah, so that's a -2 on the Gyarados now. The Champ is at -1, so I'm guessing that's why Gliscor survived, to be fair. I think, since Tyranitar's down, I think Hawlucha's the smart play here, probably. And yeah, we just gotta hope that Gliscor break out of the freeze. Freeze has changed in this game, which is... oh wow, okay. Trying to be a smarty pants. Gliscor thawed out. That is absolutely huge from Gliscor. Absolutely huge. And that is good damage, regardless. Yeah, the Ice Punch, that kills us. That's fair enough. We're not mad at that at all. We're in a great position now. Gliscor getting an extra little bit of chip damage is great. Obviously, getting rid of the Arcanine would have been nice, but honestly not too worried about that Arcanine. And I think, yeah, we go Charizard, we set up the Sun, and we just roll through them at this point, I think. I like the close combat on the Ramper. UI. We've already seen how much Heat Wave did to Tramper, single target. I think maybe we do this and then let's do Heat Wave. I like that, I don't mind that. Be interesting if he switches in. No, he doesn't switch in. Arcanine, that's completely fine. The reason I didn't do close combat is I'd rather just prefer to keep my White Herb intact for when Arcanine does come in. And I mean, that's solid damage, you know, it's enough chip. Does get the special attack rose, but yeah, it lands on both. Both should be dead. Now it's just Arcanine, who's been playing around with, but right here, right now, in this flying type gym, you cannot be passive against me. Now we get the beautiful Unburden from Halucha. There we go. Everything reset. Charizard is not affected, of course, he's a special attacker. Now, what do we want to do? Close combat or acrobatics? I'm interested. Let's just do acrobatics. Why not? Let's test how much that does. And I think Heatwave in the Sun is probably still our best bet here. I'm expecting a lot of damage. And that is good damage. More than 50%. He's got the Citrus Berry, so Arcanine is going to be hanging around here. Oh, that's still great damage. And I don't expect Arcanine to kill anyone here. Way rough, interesting. Oh, it nearly kills Halucha. Wow, that's a hard hitting Arcanine. Might be fully investment into the attack. Again. And the forfeit. The 2 matches, 2 wins. And they have been both pretty easy. But yeah, these are trainers that I believe are just starting out on the game. They've got basically the Pokemon that the game gives you for starting. So you have Pokemon to battle with. But yeah, that's 2 wins from 2 battles. A lot better than I expected. Let's get into the 3rd battle. Right, here we go guys. To our 3rd battle. I think his name was Naruto. It is Naruto 21. 21 is one of my favourite numbers, just so you know. Okay, it looks like a starter team again. Yeah, definitely a starter team, I would say. I mean, again, I do like Gyarados. Let's go, honestly. But even go Dragonite. Let's go with them guys. Don't think I need Tailwind again, right? Charizard definitely gonna be in the back. And honestly, I might go Dragonite in the back. I think I like Dragonite here. Do I need Halucha for Steelix? I mean, we do have a lot going for Steelix still. Let's give this a go. Let's get Dragonite out there. Okay, they've been to the shop. Naruto has been to the shop. That is good to see. Dragonite, Meowstic. Do we think they're going Trick Room? Because I think so. Honestly, probably just gonna double the Dragonite again. Honestly. I mean, yeah, that's great damage. It's broke multi-scale if he did have multi-scale. Has to kill from Gyarados again. This duo right now is doing great work. Only force, this isn't gonna do too much at all. Yeah. So no Trick Room yet. Don't expect Trick Room, I don't think. Okay, Garchomp is in. He probably doesn't know that I'm faster. And honestly, we probably just double him again. Right now, almost kills. There's no berry. I'm surprised it doesn't kill. There's rough skin. That's fair enough. And he's a slower Garchomp, so maybe a bulkier one. Maybe that's why it didn't kill. Or maybe he just hasn't got any investment at all, to be honest. Again, could be a newbie trainer. Again, this won't do too much, probably. So we're getting lucky with the battles today, and the battle has been forfeited again. Wow, Naruto 21. You went to the shop, but you didn't go to the battle school. Okay, well, that's our 3rd win. 3 battles, 3 wins. Wow, the series is off to a lot better a start than I thought. 3 win streak, as you see. And yeah, let's continue battling. So here we go guys, matchmaking in progress. Looking for our 4th battle. Here we go, we've got... Didn't quite see the name. Ori. We've got Ori. Again, it looks like a starter team that you get given. But Charizard is very good here. Charizard is phenomenal here. Do I need Tailwind? Don't think so. But Talonflame is pretty good here. I do not mind Talonflame. But we don't really need Tailwind. That's the thing. Kind of like Charizard Gliscor here. Or do I? You know what? I'm gonna go Talonflame Charizard. Oh. And then in the back... Don't actually mind Hawlucha too much. And I think Gyarados. Yeah. So a bit of a different lineup this time. No Gliscor, and Gliscor's been very good for us. Dragonite hasn't had the chance to shine yet. We'll see how Talonflame does here. I mean, his team is very weak to fire. Okay, so there's the Dragonite, which is a bit of a shame. Thing is, I don't mind Tailwind here, because he has got some fast Pokemon. Not the fastest. Do I need to do Tailwind here? Should I just do an Acrobatics? Right off the bat, you know? Let's get the Tailwind up. I expect Corviknight to go down if he doesn't protect or if he doesn't switch out. The Tailwind goes first with the Gale Wings. Naturally faster than these two anyway. Big Heat Wave. Corviknight should die. Lives on 1 HP. I'm guessing that's Focus Sash. Focus Sash on the Corviknight, which tells me that this is a starter trainer because Focus Sash on a Corviknight is a little bit weird. Ice Beam into a Charizard is again potentially a little bit weird. Hopefully no freeze. Freeze and a Body Press into a Charizard. This is definitely a starter trainer. So today we're extremely lucky, and it's a bit weird because the game's only been out 3 weeks. So, like Acrobatics here. Good night. And yeah, let's go that again. I mean, Dragonite isn't threatening too much. He's got rid of Corviknight, which, I mean, this is going to be huge damage on Gardevoir. Yeah, you took our Gale Wings, but I'm definitely guessing that you do not have a flying type move on Gardevoir. Don't even know if Shield burns one. It's avoided Dragonite, bit of a pain, hits the Gardevoir. That's huge damage. Draco Meteor, but that misses. Wow, that would have done a lot. It might even have killed. I really don't know. So here again, I think we just go with the Acrobatics onto the Dragonite with a Heat Wave. If he wants to switch, he switches, and that's the thing with Charizard. Charizard Y. If you switch into him into a Heat Wave, it's gonna do big damage regardless of who you are. Acrobatics kills the Dragonite. Single target Heat Wave absolutely obliterates the Gardevoir. So guys, maybe we need to go into competitive, maybe we need to go into ranked, and there's another forfeit. I'm starting to feel sorry for these guys, but you know. Another win, that's 4 out of 4, we're looking good. The competition hasn't been strong, but we'll keep on battling. And the matchmaking seems to be taking quite a lot of time. Makes me think not as many players are playing Champion. But like I said, it's only been out 3 weeks, 3 and a bit weeks. Okay, so again, it looks like a starter team. Not too much to worry about, I would say. No. Charizard and Gliscor here. Lucha for the Arculudon, who is pretty dominant. I do like Lucha. Don't need Tailwind. Don't think they're going to be getting Trick Room up with Gallade. And do we go Gyarados? Or do we go Dragonite? I'm going to go Gyarados. We are probably going to be getting up the Sun. Obviously, doesn't help Gyarados that much, but yeah. Okay, so the 5th and final battle. Cannot read their name. I don't know if it's a boy or girl, if I'm being completely honest. Let's just call them John. That might be offensive, but... Okay, so the Toxapex is a little bit annoying. Gamora is obviously very annoying, but potentially not too problematic. Honestly, I think we'd probably go with the Heat Wave. It's not going to do that much, but we're going to get the Sun up. And yeah, I like the Earthquake. Extremely effective, obviously, against Glamora. I'm going to do great against Toxapex as well. Setting up the Sun, so whatever Toxapex wants to do, if it's water moves or what, won't do that much. Bunker, fair enough. And this should absolutely obliterate Glamora unless it's a Focus Sash, but hopefully Charizard can finish it off. It is on a Focus Sash. Now Charizard just needs to land the Heat Wave. He does. Again, it's looking good for us. We might go 5 out of 5, which is not what I was expecting. I was hoping for at least 2 wins, but yeah, like I said, the competition hasn't been strong today. Here comes Umbreon, who is bulky. He has got a bulky team, but they are not bulky enough, if we're being honest. Charizard's Heat Wave in the Sun just hits too much. It just hits too hard, you know? That's solid damage. Not crazy damage, but more than enough. The Heat Wave does miss. It misses the Umbreon, which is annoying. See what this Umbreon wants to do? That's great damage on the Toxapex still. And the Burn. Why not? If he wants to stall us, you're going to have to stall us with a Burn. Foul Play does decent. Could have been worse with like a Yawn. Station not gonna do too much. Of course he's got the leftovers, but he is battling a Burn. Getting the Burn is huge. Extremely nice. Yeah, we pretty much just rotate. Keep it going. Another Heat Wave and an Earthquake. I think we've got Hawlucha in the back for the Umbreon. Another big Earthquake coming out. Gonna be interesting to see who you guys vote for MVP, because right now Gliscor is doing extremely good. And even when he thawed out of the freeze. Big Heat Wave, single target, absolutely obliterates the Umbreon. Now it's a 4v1. Are we gonna see another forfeit? And there it is, another forfeit. So 5 battles, 5 wins. I did not see that coming. And hopefully next episode the competition is a little bit stronger, or we might just have to jump into competitive. But yeah, that's the battling done for now. Okay guys, that brings us to the end of episode 1. The series will continue. I hope to bring out a video every Friday from here on. And yeah, let's do a quick little recap so far of episode 1. As you can see, 45 more wins until we officially become the flying type gym leader. My MVP of the week goes to Gliscor. It was between him and Charizard. I edged it to Gliscor just because he's kind of like the underdog of the team. Sneaky little underdog. Breaking out of the freeze was amazing. It shows guts and character. Therefore, I'm going to award him his flowers. Let me know in the comments who you would have given MVP of the week to. The final thing before we end the episode is question of the week. I want to know what your guys' favourite Pokemon type is and why. Pretty clear that flying type is my favourite. And that's mainly because my favourite Pokemon share that typing. So yeah, get down in the comments. Let me know your MVP of the week. Let me know your favourite Pokemon type and why. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.